born in Queens. My parents used to joke that it was the Salvation Army Hospital. And actually, to this day, I'm not sure if that's true or not. After that, we moved up to Rockland County, and shortly after there, or when I was around 15, to Fairfield, Connecticut.
I was born in the Philippines, raised in Brooklyn for most of my life, and recently moved to Connecticut. Growing up, I was never exposed to any sports, and only in my adult life did I ever get to try all the sports that I wanted.
Hey Joy, how does it feel to win?
Yeah, pretty good.
I knew she was the one when I first met her. So yes, love at first sight.
You know, Rich is the one. Every day he gives me a reason to smile.
Most people don't believe in that, myself included. But for this one, it was pretty obvious. I was out kiteboarding and I saw this girl jogging along the beach in this bright pink bikini, and the first thing it reminded me of when I saw her was she looked like one of the James Bond girls, which I thought was really cool.
My friends and family thought it was going to be quite difficult for me to date Rich, only because I am a big foodie, I love to eat, and I'm pretty adventurous with trying all sorts of food, and Rich was not.
In fact, one, not too long after Joy and I had first met, said, you know what, he's going to wind up marrying that girl.
One Sunday afternoon, I remember showering and hearing a thump while I was showering. Rich was outside, being his handy self, fixing something on the patio. And so when I was done showering, I realized that there was a post-it on the window. I thought that maybe he gave me a note letting me know that he needed something like a hammer or a screwdriver. And then when I realized, and I walked up to the window, and I saw this sweet little note. The post-it note said, "I love you just the way you are." It was so sweet, but what was even sweeter was that I realized that the music that was playing was also saying the same thing. It made my heart melt.
I've been beaten down, I've been kicked around, but she takes it all for me.
So she took the train out, picked her up at the station, took her to the beach. She had had a lesson with a friend of mine who had been teaching for a while. She seemed to have a pretty good time. Wound up driving her all the way back to Brooklyn. We talked the whole ride in the car, and it was a couple hours. Went to dinner after we got back to Brooklyn.
I love that Rich is very funny and playful. And my daily favorite quality is that he has really warm hands and feet.
She's the one that sits there and sits down and figures out every step. I'm the one that figures that part out right in the middle of doing it. So I proposed to Joy when we were in Grand Cayman last year. I started digging out her name, or "Will you marry me?" or "Joy, marry me," in the sand. The only problem is just digging trenches didn't really do it, so I wound up grabbing all of the seaweed from the shoreline, filling in the trenches, and that's what wound up happening.
Rich, if marriage is about being my best self for someone else, I'm ready to do that with you.
Well, I feel a lot like the sunrise coming up in front of me. It's a brand new beginning, it's a new start. I'd like to tell her how much I love her, and I've been waiting a long time for this day. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a really great, adventurous life together.